England are out of the World Cup, losing 2-1 last night at the time of recording this to France in the quarterfinals. And as you can tell, guys, I'm utterly devastated. Welcome back to another Floppylegss Football YouTube video, mate. Thanks for coming on through. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're an England fan watching this right now, please leave a comment down below how you are feeling. And let's get into the video. It's just another one to add to the collection, guys. And I was really thinking, I said to my mates last night, 2010, South Africa. Oh, Lampard against Germany. What a goal. What a goal. Cross the line, ref. Not given. Oh no. Pain. Dad, take down the England flag. I don't want it up anymore. 2012, losing to Italy in the Euros. Pain. 2014 in Brazil. It's going to be a fantastic World Cup. This one, not out of the group stages. Not out of the group stages. No. Pain. 2016. The Euros in France. We can do well in this one, surely. We'll bounce back from that one. Losing to Iceland. Pain. 2018. Brilliant World Cup this was. The weather was banging. Trippier bangs in that free kick against Croatia. Nothing can get better in life. We're going to do it because it's coming home. Losing 2-1 in extra time to Croatia. Pain. 2020. Italy. Euros final. At Wembley. We lose on penalties. Pain. And now, 2022. We lose to France, and I feel fine. I feel fine, guys, to be honest with you. I feel fine. I don't feel as upset as I did last year. As much as I did believe this time, if we beat France, I would have been on cloud 9 right now. And I am upset, of course, because there's something about the World Cup and international football that's so exciting to, the hope. It's the hope that kills you all the time. But the thing that I've mentioned about those previous World Cups, not so much 2018, which coincides with when Southgate ran a tournament. Those other World Cups, we didn't try. We didn't look like we were going to do anything. 2016 against Iceland was absolutely shambolic. There's so many other examples in there. 2014, we didn't look good as a team. We didn't play football. We didn't have chances. We looked like we were always going to lose. So it hurt more because we didn't try. Okay? This game in particular, this quarterfinal against France, we gave it our all. And that's all you can ask for, first of all. And I'm telling you, this is the thing about international football and tournament football more specifically. You don't have to be the best team to win the whole thing. And some people need to get that into their heads when the debate of like Champions League versus Premier League gets discussed. The reason why the Premier League and winning your domestic trophy and a league title is a better achievement than the Champions League is because you actually have to be the best. Over a long period of time, you have to be the best. You have to win the most games. You have to play the best football. You have to be the best. Tournament football, you do not have to be the best to win it. That is just a fact. You need to get through the games and just get across the line. We didn't have the luck we needed yesterday. That's just a fact. We can get onto Harry Kane a bit later and that penalty miss. But when you look at this game, there's one person I really want to rant about. And it's the person with probably the biggest ego on that pitch who thought genuinely, I'm a Palace fan, so I'm very consistently bringing up referees, when Zaha gets hacked down, doesn't get a free kick, when he actually gets hacked down. And I saw that yesterday with Saka. And I genuinely, this referee, I despise him with every mineral in my body. Like, genuinely, an absolute dickhead. Genuinely, I know that's not the best articulation of how I'm feeling right now, but that's the only word I can think of. Let's talk about the game, because it was a great game, second half, specifically for England, I'd say. France didn't do much, and Mbappe, the golden boy who's supposed to be the best in the world right now, didn't do nothing, and Walker didn't really have to do much, and he's laughing. Oh, guys, this is a rant today. Look, I'm not feeling as bad, I'm not feeling distraught in my inner core about us being knocked out. Maybe it's because it's Christmas time, it's summer, it's not summer, the Premier League's going to come back. I don't know what it is that's making me not feel as pained as I did last time out. Maybe it's because it was quarterfinals, but there's things in this game that just really annoyed me, and it got me standing up, effing and jeffing. The referee was dreadful. That first goal that they scored is a great finish by France, but Saka is fouled. That is, no matter what way you want to put it, that is a foul on Saka. Saka wants to stay up. He's literally, his right leg is trying to keep him up. As I can't remember who it was, Upamecano or someone, Teo Hernandez, sorry, absolutely bodies him in the hip, so he has to fall. He's falling. Look, I've gone off the screen. That's Saka. That was Saka. That's not a foul. They go all the way down the line, and it is the same attacking phase, so that can be brought back, and they didn't give it. The referee in the moment should have given it. I don't care about VAR in that sense. The referee should have given it, because it isn't like a massive like 2-footer challenge that VAR can overturn. It's VAR. I'm not having a mad issue with VAR. It's the referee in the moment. How are you not giving that? How are you not giving that as a foul? And you look at the game as a whole, France had a few chances, maybe, and Pickford dealt with them. And other than the second half where that header came in with Giroud, they didn't have many chances. There was 2 chances maybe they should have scored, and Pickford came up. But you look at the game, and if that was rightfully given as a foul, it's 0-0 first half, which was probably a fair overall turnout, even though we probably should have had another penalty with Kane. Because the only thing with that one is, was it in the box? I don't know. It was definitely a foul though, wasn't it? And that's the problem again. The referee didn't even give that as a foul. Do you understand how stupid? Like, how are you employed? Think of that in any other line of work. Think of that any other line. You're a bricklayer and you forget to put the cement in. You just put the bricks on top of each other, and then the wind blows and they all fall down. Oh, sorry guys, I'll do it better next time. Next game, I won't make bad decisions. No, you've made it. You're done. Sacked. Done. You're finished. You're not good for the job. You haven't got the right credentials to be this specific role. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, I want to be a YouTuber or I want to be a Twitch streamer, but you can't press the live button. Like, you forget to press the live button every time. You sit there for 4 hours wondering why the chat isn't talking, and you talk to the camera for no reason because the chat isn't on because you're not live. You shouldn't be a streamer. You don't have to press the live button. You shouldn't be a referee. You don't know where your flipping cards are and your whistler. You dick. We played so well, and that's the annoying thing, because that's what I mean. Tournament football, it's a flip of a coin in my opinion. It's a toss-up. Because if you go play that game 50 times more, we win it more often than France. The way that we played that game, we performed so well, we just didn't have the luck. They put in one ball into the box. Giroud does well to step back, make Maguire step with him, and then instantly goes forward. He does well there, and he gets the header, and it's like a point blank header. Of course, it comes off Maguire's shoulder, and he tries to get there. But yeah, the thing is, Saka was fouled so many times. There was one that I specifically remember that got me so angry. Was he cut onto his left foot? He did that a few times. He skipped the man, and he gets absolutely clamped. We got a free kick later on in the exact same position, the exact same tackle, and he gave that, but he didn't give that. There was one as well where Kane had the ball, laid it off, and then behind him gets two-footed, and he's on the floor in pain, and he doesn't give it because he doesn't even get advantage. We're on the ball, and then 2 minutes later, I think Henderson does it on Hernandez, and then that's a free kick and he blows up. It's the exact same challenge pretty much. Like, it's so infuriating watching the game, because when you watch a game of football, what it should be is 11 players versus 11 players, and the fans going wild for each team. Let's see who's tactically done the best work in the training field and who's going to perform on the day. The referees are an irrelevant part of the game. Like, they shouldn't be a talking point. They should never be a talking point. But they consistently are. And it's so stupid and annoying. Because you look at the Argentina game against Netherlands, I didn't properly watch that, but people were outraged because of how many yellow cards he gave. Probably over the top, because I trust my mates saying it as well, and everyone online. All right, cool. I didn't watch the game properly, so I can't really question on that one. But I genuinely think, because of that backlash, rightfully so, for all of the yellow cards, I think they've told this referee, calm down with the cards. Don't go too crazy with the cards, because... And then he took it to, oh, I'm not going to get my hand in my pocket at all, or I'm not going to blow the whistle. I'm generally, that's what I'm most mad at. But let's get onto let's get onto the topic that everyone's going to be talking about. And the reason why I'm not in a hurry to indulge into the conversation is because everyone else is. And it is Harry Kane missing that penalty. First of all, he scores a brilliant penalty prior to that. And I think that is a factor you have to take into account when you're talking about this. He's taken a penalty already against the captain, against Lloris, his teammate for X amount of years now, who he's probably taken numerous amounts of penalties against in training. He's taken the first penalty. He's gone his strongest side and he's buried it. Great penalty. He takes a second penalty later on, and even the referee there didn't give that Mount he had to go to VAR, guys. Like, that's another thing. He could literally, and he didn't give a red card, guys. I just can't talk about this referee much more. Kane steps up, and now look, Kane has to score that. He scores it 9 times out of 10. This is the 1 time out of 10, and I'm annoyed at Kane for that, because you look at that. He scores it, we go to extra time. Whether we win it or not, I'm not going to say if he scores it we win. I'm not saying that, because anything could have happened in that extra time, etc. But if I have someone to save my life to score a penalty, I'm picking Kane. And in that scenario, I would have been dead. He just tries to put too much on it. He puts too much on it. He's trying to get into that top bins, because he knows that Lloris is going to go there again. Or he's just like, if Lloris does go there again, go this way this time, I'm going to make sure it's in the top corner. And of course the pressure as well of it, and he's missed it. And that's again the moments in England's history. Those are the moments that consistently keep on happening for England. We don't have that cutting edge, it seems, and it's not Southgate, it's not Maguire, it's not Harry Kane, it's not Saka, it's not Rashford, it's not any of these players. It's just England. And I think that's what I've come to terms with after this World Cup. I know I could go into this game and talk about each individual moment. I know I spent a bit of a rant there about the referee, but I think genuinely that is disgusting what happened there. And if we had a proper referee that would give decisions when they needed to be given, both sides, both ways, England would have come out on top. So, of course, I mentioned the first one I properly remember, 2010. 10 years old I was. I'm 22 right now. 22 years old. I've seen 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, 2018, 2020. I've seen 7 tournaments properly and vividly watching them. There's been 3 exceptional ones. Yeah, but we got to the semi-final, final, quarter-final. I'm not including Nations League, by the way, because that's not... it's not the same, in my opinion. And I've seen 3 incredible tournaments under Southgate's reign. And it set the standard so high in my head. But then all you have to do is think, rewind the clock. Just turn it back a little bit, Okay, it was terrible then. Oh, it was even worse then. It was worse then. I was very lucky that on my 6th tournament in my younger adulthood, I saw a final. The last time we got to a final in any tournament was 1966. Why do we think, yes, we've got great teams. We've had fantastic teams in the past. We've had fantastic teams. Do you think people weren't saying Lampard's coming through? Have you seen Gerrard? Have you seen Scholes? Oh, this is, Rooney, 16 years old, playing for Everton, coming on, scoring screamers. This is our time. It's coming home. John Terry. This has happened time and time again. We can have the best team. We can have a decent manager. We can do this, do that. Maybe it's just not in our DNA. It's not our thing. 2 finals in our history. And I just happen to be lucky enough. Like people haven't, like 50 years, 60 years have gone by and they've never seen anything. 70 years, they've never seen anything. So why do I think it's, or people think, like, first of all, I want to add this for anyone who doesn't understand. The "it's coming home" thing is just a joke. Like, get over it. It's a joke. I'm saying this now. I've got the perspective now. Next tournament, I'm screaming it's coming home. I'm going to believe us, going to back us. But I think that's what I've got in my head now. It's like we haven't done it. This is the best success England have ever had in this short phase and this new squad, and it's a fantastic squad, and they can do more, but those squads in the past could have done more. Like, why do we think this one's going to be different? Why do we think the next one's going to be different? Why do we think anything? Maybe we don't win. Maybe we don't ever win anything, and it's just, football's pointless, and it's a complete waste of time. This is the best side England have ever had. Facts. Performances wise, in the last 6 years under Southgate, this is the best squad and performances we've ever seen as England fans consistently. And then the perspective that maybe we will never win anything. So when people say, why are you celebrating being in a final? Why are you celebrating being in the semi-final, etc.? I'm not saying England are anywhere comparable to being a Palace fan, okay? But when Palace get to the final of the FA Cup, that's an achievement. No one can take that away from you. To get to the final, to be the last 2 teams in tournament football, to be the last 8 teams or the last 4 teams in tournament football is an undeniable achievement. And there's people that will say, all right, lift your semi-final trophy, lift your final trophy, or lift your quarter-final trophy. Oh, good for you, mate. Fantastic. You don't get it, clearly. You don't get it. That is an achievement. It's an undeniable achievement. How many teams consistently get to the quarterfinals? How many teams consistently get to the semi-finals and the finals? We have now become that team. When we were spoken about being that team in the past, the 2010s, the 2014s, etc., of being the team that gets to the quarterfinals, and we didn't do it, that's where we're becoming an embarrassment. This era of English football and England have taken us away from being an embarrassment and being an actual contender. And as I said, we stood toe-to-toe with France, the world champions. We stood toe-to-toe with them, and I think we were better than them. And we would have won that. We should have won that game, and we would have won that game if we had the luck of the draw, the luck to go with it. And that's my final point, guys. As it's the end of the video, I can maybe show you something that's maybe a bit sad now. But before the game, me and my mates, we made our own England shirts, yeah. And I thought it would be 2-1 to England. Genuinely, I made this before the game. I thought it would be 2-1 to England, and it should have been. The first goal shouldn't have counted, and we should have scored the penalty. Anyway, guys, and then on the back I've got 72, my favourite number, but anyway. Thanks for coming on through. Make sure to drop a sub if you haven't subbed already, and I'll see you when I see you.